will treat their employees really well. There aren't many of them, but there are some out there that are really treat their employees well. Because when you think about it, the better you treat the better you treat your employees, the longer they stay, the harder they work, and so on. So there are some places, particularly small businesses. I mean, I know you work for a pretty big corporation, but for small businesses, they tend to some small businesses, not all of them, but small businesses tend to treat their employees really well because they know they live and breathe from the team.
Yeah. Yeah, but in big companies like this, they throw like in an extra bonus, and they think because they're giving you an extra bonus that you're their slave forever. Yeah, I went to the doctors with the work doctor, and they gave me my limitations. The paper has come in,
Uh,
but the let's just say the attention they should be giving it that's not being upheld. So yeah,
oh, man.
I'm pushing for the physical therapy
Yeah.
to come faster, and hopefully that helps because I'm starting to get. It's not good for me if I'm off sick from December to January, so I'm going to try and hold out until the new year, just in case I get too bad.
Yeah.
They can send me home for a bit after the new year.
Yeah.
But it's never good because you get a lot of cuts if you're off sick from December to January.
I see. Are they correct?
Well, if you call me pushing crates full of, you know, lots and lots of pounds when I'm not supposed to pick up anything over 5 kilos, but corroborating, yeah, why not?
Jeez. Are they? Did you? There must be a process for this.
Now I can say, listen, I need help because I'm not doing this on my own.
Yeah.
But then everything is just going to be like everything's already behind. Everybody's already stressed. So I just kind of let's just move on. I just do the work. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Today I dropped a lot of things on the floor. Let's just say because it was way too heavy for me to be lifting. But yeah, it kind of dropped something on the floor. I went, oopsie.
Bucket.
It was just.
They need to be proactive, but you also need to speak up and tell them like, listen, man, I cannot lift this stuff. I'm
Yeah,
not
they
going
know.
to do it.
They have the paperwork now from the work health doctor or whatever they are. But yeah. So on Wednesday, I'm going back in on morning shift, and I have the whole day in the bakery, which I shouldn't be in the whole day. So I may need to message my boss lady tomorrow if that doesn't change. I know that they have somebody else that's a baker in the store that's not going to be in the bakery, so they could exchange her for me. But for some reason, they still haven't changed the hours, so I'm waiting and seeing if they're going to do it on their own accord. If not, I'm going to have to message my boss lady and say, listen, you've put me in the bakery again. Can you please fix this? Because I'm already in pain. Things are not so good right now. Can you fix it? See, because they don't like to repeat themselves. And when somebody tells me, we don't like to repeat ourselves, so please do things correctly the first way. When I say something, then I'm expecting the same.
Yeah.
I don't need to be repeating myself time and time again to say, listen, I can't be doing this, because they know. Why should I have to keep repeating myself if you don't want to keep repeating yourself? Yeah. Maybe it's maybe in a BITCH, but you know.
Listen, you are absolutely right, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If they want you to take initiative, if they want you to remember, they want you to do the right thing before you have to ask, then they should do the same thing. They should treat you with respect. They should think about you proactively before you have to ask. And I don't think that's
Because
too
I
much.
know you have a few more people that are in this, well, similar, not similar conditions, but they have people that have certain conditions that they're also, their medical papers say that they can't do certain things, and those people refuse to do them.
Yeah.
They refuse, legit refuse. They're lucky that I'm still doing the things that I'm not supposed to be doing. But that's just me, and that's my way of working. Even though I know that probably down the line I'm the one that's going to be paying for it physically.
Yeah.
But my work ethic is just that. I'm paid to work, and I'm going to do it no matter how much it's going to cost me. But that's me. So I need them to somewhat control me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they're going to say, this is what you're going to do today, I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to tell you 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times that I'm not supposed to be doing this, because you know I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yesterday, let's just say a certain gentleman was working with me, and while I saw 2 different pallets with extremely heavy stuff, he saw one. I saw 2. He saw 1. I was like, wow, sir, you have a lot more, body strength than I do. How are you still on the first? I've seen 2. So I left the last one for him, and I started doing the other work because it was lighter. And even the guy that was in the section that I was helping out, he's like, oh my God, you're better than a lot of us that work in this section. I'm like, thank you. I'm just trying to help. He's like, you're fast. I'm like, thank you. I try. And if I'm showing work, that's all that matters. Am I in pain? Yeah. Am I hoping that my mom can push some strings at physical therapy so I don't have to wait too long for more physical therapy? Absolutely.
Well, you shouldn't be doing this, man. What the hell?
What's wrong?
There's. Oh,
Don't tell me you're reading about the small child that fell down and.
No, I'm reading about. So, the U.S. came to a peace deal with Iran. And what date is this? And so this is older. Okay, this is from June 19th, 2026. Yeah, they came to a peace deal, man, and like people are so sick of this war. People are sick of people being hurt. People are just want things to go back to
Somebody's
normal.
filling their pockets with all these wars. Don't worry.
Yeah, man.
It's
Like,
not us.
I'm looking at
Somebody's.
this, and it's just awful what these people are saying, man. They don't want this thing to stop. I don't know what this guy's name is, but he doesn't want this thing to stop, man. That's just crazy. But anyway, I don't want to read it because it's just that freaking. It's awful. Um, but what I will say is, 100% you're correct. People should the team should be proactive, and their and the way they deal with employees. I mean, that's their jobs. I mean, literally, the job of a manager is to manage the team. If you're not doing it, then
Yeah.
who will?
In these companies, we're just numbers. Like, if you're not working hard enough, they'll find a way to get you out and just replace you with somebody else. It is what it is. Like we understand that. We're seeing it, we're living it, so we know. Like basically we're just numbers.
Yeah.
Like if you ask anybody there, they'll be like, yeah, just a number. Just here, you know. As long as they allow me here.
Yeah.
So as long as you're doing your work and you keep your head down, I guess. Or somewhat down. They just kinda put up with you. It is what it is. They need to make money, so.
Yeah. Well, what about us? You know what happened to me?
What?
I applied for the YouTube partnership program. So for the
Yeah.
YouTube partnership program, once you hit 3,000 hours, I mean 3,000. It took me a long time to get to 3,000 hours. Once you hit 3,000 hours, you get 1,000 subscribers, and what is the third mark? 3,000 hours, 1,000 subscribers, and it's not even gonna fit. I forgot what the third thing is. So as you know, I've been working on this, like crazy. And
Yeah.
to get to the partnership program, to get to the advertisement partnership program, you got to get 4,000 hours. So I don't know how far I am, but the first tier is where you have to apply for AdSense. Well, I used to run ads on YouTube in the past for different jobs that I have. My background is in marketing and promotions. So I've had a YouTube AdSense account. So now that I'm finally at this point, so I'm more excited. I apply. Dude, I keep getting turned down on the AdSense program. And after a bunch of research, it says that you can't have more than one AdSense account. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I close all of my AdSense account and apply again, and they keep turning me down. So finally, I'm like, I don't know what the issue is. I've done everything they said I needed to do, and I finally I get in touch with somebody at Google, and I ask them, and they're like, well, you can't apply for another 30. You can apply for another 32 days. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? And where does it say this? So it doesn't say it anywhere on my profile. It doesn't say it. They did not send me an email to say this. Like nothing at all. The email keeps telling me I have two. I need to check my accounts and blah blah blah. I may have more than one account. So I check and check and check and check and check again. I did it. I do everything. I get in touch with YouTube again, and they're like, well, you gotta wait 92 days. I'm like, fuck me. I am.
Why such specific days?
I don't know,
Like
and
30 days.
and they won't tell you why.
90?
They won't tell you why. They won't tell you if it's something that you did or something that you didn't do, or something that you need to do in your account or anything at all. They don't tell you anything about the reason why, and you don't know that if you don't know what's going to happen after this number of days. So like 32 or 92 days from now, I apply again. They could be like, no, you gotta wait another 92 days or another 32 days or 150 days or whatever it is because of something. And I keep asking them, like, is there something that I need to do? And like, well, we reserve the right not to answer that question. We reserve the right not to give you an explanation. Is that, but is there something that I did not do? Like, we reserve the right. Is there something I need to do? Can you tell me? We reserve the right to not tell you. Like, what the hell is going on? The primary reason.
The American politics, they got the right not to tell you anything.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Like I feel deflated over this. because I've been, you know it more than most. You know how hard I've been working on this. I've been working my butt off, and like I'm finally starting to get some momentum. Things are finally starting to happen, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like things are starting to take shape. Like I'm betting everything. I had an editor. Like I'm traveling and going to different places, recording for videos. Like I'm spending money that I don't really have. I'm doing all of this stuff just kind of build up and keep the momentum going on YouTube. It's just to keep the thing going and make it happen. And they're blocking me and don't want to tell me why. It's so frustrating, and there's no recourse. There's no way for me to figure it out.
Give it to America,
It's so annoying, man.
Sorry, I had to throw another joke in there.
Yeah, man, they need to fix this because it's not just me. When you look online, this is happening to hundreds of, if not thousands of people, where they're complaining, they're trying to figure it out. They don't know what's going on, and they're asking questions, but they do not know what's going on. Hey, Kat, how you doing? They don't know what's going on, and there's no recourse, there's no support, there's no transparency, there's no nothing for you to figure it out and fix it and move forward. It's like the thing that, like, if there was a, if if I'm on YouTube, I'm applying on a YouTube program, and I have an AdSense program with YouTube, and I'm applying for the YouTube partnership program, it should immediately say use the AdSense account that you have because we've not allowed multiple AdSense accounts. That way, there's no problems. Or they should say, well, if you don't want to use this one, then you have to close this one in order to open a new one. Or whatever the process is, it should be clear and concise. But they don't do that. And when you try to, and like, when you're trying to resolve the issue, you have no idea what's happening. And
When have you seen any website actually like tell you how to make your money? They want to make sure that you're taking your sweet time before they start paying you. Just like TikTok, they'll find any way and any other way to not give you as much as they claim that they give.
And that's the thing, man. Like I left, I wanted to move the primary, the primary reason why I put so much effort, so much energy, so much work and investment into YouTube is because TikTok was so complicated. Like was so hidden. You couldn't figure things out with TikTok. They stopped paying you. They did all kinds of ridiculous nonsense, and everybody said, "Well, on YouTube, you won't have these problems. YouTube, everything is straightforward. It's transparent. They pay you. They do this. They do that." So I went and I did what I was supposed to do, but they keep doing this to me. I don't know why. It's making me crazy.
No, you're pissed. Good afternoon to everyone. Are you pissed?
I am
There's
upset.
two of us.
Girl.
I am pissed either. I'm pissed too, so it makes two of us. We can make a party or something like that. Pissed up guys.
Yeah, a pissed off party. If anybody out here is working at YouTube, let me know. Please help me fix this thing. At least let me know what I need to do so I can fix it myself. What's going on, Zephyr? What's going on, Kat? Why are you upset?
Hey, how are you? Hello, everyone.
Just answering emails and telling everyone to be honest. Do you want me to be honest? And telling everyone that it's a mess to fuck off. Just fuck off.
Whoa. Language.
Sorry. I just wanted to say it out loud. It's like a dream coming true. Sorry, language.
It's okay. What happened? Everybody's upset today, man. Everybody had a bad weekend. What's going on? Talk to us.
Yeah, I spend the day like waiting for someone that I love. a person, a friend of mine, a dear friend, for an operation. She went in a surgery to her neck, and I didn't do anything. So the number of emails just rise and rise. And now I have like 200 emails to answer and just to say something. And I see that most people need a therapist because they create, instead of just resolving problems, they create them. So that's the issue. Solving the question of these emails I have to do. And I didn't want to work today. I wanted to go to the beach. So that's an issue. I wanted to the beach.
If you go, bring me with
How was
you.
your guys' weekend? Tell me.
Same as you. Frustrating. What about you, Zeville? Are you in a good mood? Or are you upset like we are?
Oh, did you talking to me?
Yep.
Yeah. I wish I'm trying to listen and try to understand the content of the conversation.
Yeah, dude. So essentially, let me give you the gist of it. The beautiful, stunning Monica is she's recovering from a health issue, and her work, her manager at work is not being very understanding, is not being proactive, and making sure that the team, particularly Monica, is getting the support and allocation that she needs and deserves. Kat, the beautiful Kat, is frustrated because there's some people who are taking shortcuts and they are not doing they're not going they're not taking the necessary steps to resolve their issues. Therefore, they're unloading their burden onto her, which is absolutely unfair. As for me, as for me, I've applied to the YouTube partnership program, and I can't get through the AdSense part of the program because of reasons that are unknown. They refuse to tell me why. I tried. I spoke with with two customer support over the last few days. I've done everything that I can think of. I'm waiting to hear back on the last ditch effort. But if they don't approve me on this one, I have literally no idea why they are turning down my application. And the frustrating part is they won't even tell me why. They're like, we looked at your account, and you there are things that gives us concern. Therefore, we're not going to approve the application, and we reserve the right to not tell you why we will not approve the application. And so, the email says I have too many AdSense account. The email says I have more than one AdSense account, which I did. Unknowing to me, I deleted you actually cannot delete any AdSense account on YouTube. You can only cancel the AdSense account. So I've canceled the AdSense account, and did everything that they've said, and they won't tell me what's up. It's like, even with the multiple AdSense accounts, I only have the AdSense account because I used to run ads on YouTube from previous work that I've done. My background is in marketing. And even so, like, if they're just like, they should have said, you have an AdSense account, you're not allowed to have more than one AdSense account. You have one, let's use this one. If they would have said that, I would have been like, absolutely. But they didn't say that, and I didn't know. Like, I wasn't thinking I had another one, and I forgot about it because I haven't been using it forever. It's so frustrating, and YouTube Anyway, the point is YouTube. The YouTube program is not very transparent, and the customer support is not very helpful. And I don't think it's because of the people that are working at YouTube. I think it's because they're not allowed to say, "Hey, this is what it is. This is what you need to do." I'm just frustrated with the YouTube system, and I'm really, really hoping that I'm gonna hear some good news from them soon because I made a lot of sacrifice and investment on this YouTube thing, and after this, I have literally no idea what to do. And it's not as if I can start another YouTube account and start from scratch because is the same thing is going to happen. I'm gonna run into the same issue because they're gonna be like, "Well, you have an AdSense account." I'm like, "Okay, well, close it." Anyway, who else is in the chat? What's up, Heaven? How you doing? Tundi, what up? How you doing? Is there a YouTube Portugal or it's international? There's no YouTube Portugal. It's international. Their main office is in California. I wish I could just go to the office and I'd be like, hey guys, look at it, show me what's up. But there's a customer support for YouTube. And I talked to customer support, they just won't tell me. When are you going to set up my YouTube? We can do it what's today? Monday? Let's do it tomorrow morning. Let's do it tomorrow morning. Cass says stressing and trying to answer a ton of emails. Poor girl. Kat, you need to build an AI to answer all your emails for you.
Oh, I already did to some. I already did that. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Yoo-hoo! Trying to check on the news too.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot happening in the news. The stress about it being control. And then, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Hello there.
Oh gosh. Hey, my God, I am such in love with the British accent. It's not even funny. Oh, it's something about the British accent. It's just, Ingles.
Who has a British accent?
I think it's you, Cherie. Is it Cherie?
Cheshire.
Cheshire.
Oh, by the way, guys, there is another Cheshire cat.
But it's you or it's not you?
No, it's me. I'm Cheshire Cat. But yesterday I went on a live and I found another one. So I was just laughing. Oh my God, there is another Cheshire Cat from Portuguese chats. So be aware, it's not me. If it's not me saying that I'm stressed and things like that, it's another person. So dandy.
Ooh, my baby daddy in the house. My baby daddy in the house.
Can I just say something to all of you who are stressing out to different things? Shasha, you're with the emails, and Rudy, I know you're frustrated about the YouTube. My biggest advice would be step back, and there's some things you can't control, and it's only going to add to your stress. Step back and don't think about it for a day. Come back on it tomorrow. You'll get the ideas and usually a resolution.
I've done that it's been like 3-4 weeks, bro.
Yeah. Because you're dealing with an international company, and they seem to be very obscure in what they advice they give. From what I heard, they're not giving up much on how you can resolve the issue. They're just keeping you in limbo, really.
Yeah, they keep pleading the fifth.
Yeah. That's the problem. It's not if they would have said, well, it's because of this, that, and the third, and once this, that, and the third is resolved, you can move forward. Okay, fine. At least I have direction, right? They're like, something happened. We know what it is. I looked at your account and I know what it is, but I'm not gonna tell you. And they're like, oh, you should read our terms and services. It's thousands of pages. It's thousands of pages. It could be one of hundreds of things. what exactly you want me to get out of this? Like, what is the point? And I'm just
Call
annoyed.
Cash Patel. Mr. Rudy, call Cash Patel, the director of the FBI. Call him. He will solve your issues.
Yeah, not for nothing. Things like this makes me think about, too big. Some of these companies are simply too big. If YouTube or Google were to apply for a government program or need the government to approve something for their business to move forward, and the government went, something is wrong here, and they go, okay, what is it? Let us know. We'll fix it. They're like, no, there's something wrong here. Look at the Constitution and our laws, and come back to us. They'll be like, what the hell? What do you mean? Like they would lose it, and they have all the money, all the resources. They would break more things than they would fix in an effort to fix things. You know what I mean? You just gonna end up breaking things because you don't know. You like, could it be this? Do I change this? It doesn't make any sense, man. It just does. It's so frustrating because it doesn't make any sense. They're not saying do this, do that, do that. And I talked to someone over there. They're like, "Oh, you can't apply for another 32 days." I'm like, "Wait, what?" First of all, why? Second of all, how the hell was I ever gonna know this without talking to you? There's nothing on my account in my emails or anything that says you have to wait 32 days. So I did a bunch of stuff. I researched, I looked all over it online all day long. Then after researching, I'm like, okay, what she's saying based on everything that I've seen online it doesn't add up. So I reach back and they go, oh, you gotta wait 92 days. I'm like, okay. Earlier today you said 32 days. Now you say 92 days. Nothing makes sense. Which one is it?
Well, now you were persistent, so now they're giving you 92 days.
What? Okay, so that would be, what's up, girl? How you doing? That's the first thing I thought about. But when I look at the link that they shared with me, the link leads to different things all together. So they're like, okay, well, you might find your answer here. I'm like, but this, and I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not even in this program. They go, oh, okay, then check out this link.
Rudy, I just think maybe, Donald Trump has been watching your live streams and now he's punishing you. Don't know.
Yeah, I think the thing with YouTube and all these big tech corporations, there's no one overseeing the type of service that they are offering. There's no accountability, so they regulate themselves. So
Yeah.
Not giving you or not showing you what you need to do. It's about keeping the money to themselves in a way. This is what Monica said, isn't it? They're not paid. So you got the viewers, they've got the ads in between your videos, whatever. They're not giving you 1 cent of it. They're keeping everything. So the longer they do it, the more money they keep.
Exactly. That's what my buddy said. It's like they can turn off the monetization on your program. They say, hey, you violated some rule. We're going to turn off the monetization on your program. And guess what? They'll still leave the video up. So they keep running ads on it, keep the money. They just won't give any to you.
Yep.
So, like, it makes sense. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but the government needs to break them up so they feel more accountable to people.
Because I really don't want to fall off your balcony, woman. Like, she's hanging out clothes, and we're hanging off the ledge here.
Yeah, be
Just
careful.
Make sure we don't fall off your balcony.
Oh, she got her hair did. Yeah, these big corporations, they need to be broken up. They need to break up Google into like 50 different companies. YouTube needs to be its own company. The AdSense needs to be its own company. Like all of it needs to be its own business. That way, they're forced to compete with other people with other businesses, and they're forced to be accountable to their customers. The same thing with Apple, all of them, not just tech companies, all over the place, banks, they need to be broken up, man. This is ridiculous. Because if you, like, I'm so frustrated. It's like okay. Let's say I stop creating on YouTube, right? You keeping the money from the videos that I've already published, okay? But what about all of the stuff that I have planned on doing? If you're not gonna pay me, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna work for free.
Rudy, we're just numbers. Doesn't matter what company it is, we're just numbers.
Yeah, man, I'm frustrated, man. I'm really hoping I need to get into this program, man. I made a big bet on YouTube, and I need to make it happen. Heaven, what are you're trying to plant an avocado tree? I've planted a few avocado trees in my lifetime. No success.
Yes. No success.
No.
I got this for €1 at the farmer's market.
What is that? What is this? Let's see the dirt on there. What is that?
Avocado plant.
Nice.
€1.50.
Is this what do you call it?
Dead nature with heaven. I can't with you, Leo. I just can't with you.
Is this
Leo. No, I didn't get my hair done, honey. I just washed it and put oil on it.
wait, is this what kind of?
So do I plant it with the seed up like this, or do I bury it? And
No,
I'm putting it into a bigger pot.
Yeah, you're gonna need a much bigger pot.
I got it bigger. This is a really big pot here.
Yeah, avocado trees need a lot of ground. You can't plant that on your balcony.
But don't you keep it in a small pot and let it transfer when it starts growing?
Yeah, but you transfer it until it has like space.
So is it gonna die? In other words, is that what you're saying?
Eventually, it will. You're eventually going to need to transfer it into a backyard.
That's
You
right.
good, Kevin. Don't worry about it. Just get a bigger pot later. Rudy, stop being so negative. Gee.
I'm being factual. I'm gonna tell her the truth.
No.
Maybe but Rudy's right. If you have a yard, just plant it straight away there.
I don't have a yard yet. I don't have a yard.
Yeah.
You have to leave it in a pot then.
But you can't grow.
Avocados. I got no idea why she want avocados.
All right.
I love avocados. And I just love. I'm a millennial. I love gardening.
It tastes nothing like who eats avocados. They don't taste like
Americans
And
love
everybody knows
avocado.
because Haitians, we love us some avocados.
Avocado.
It's like eating beets. It tastes like ground. Like, it tastes like
avocado
No.
to eat.
beets are red and they stain everything and they taste like sand. Who wants to eat that? Ugh.
No. Some people don't eat avocados. Good for them. More for me.
Portuguese avocado comes in bottle. It's called vinho.
Yeah.
Really?
Vinho.
Oh, wine. Vinho. Wine.
I should know that one, right? Yeah. They had 2 glasses this morning.
I don't eat avocado.
You don't eat avocado? Don't say that, Rudy. Oh, no.
So did anybody hear about the 2-year-old child that lost their life?
What happened?
Where?
Apparently,
What time in
parents-
America?
No. Here.
In Portugal? The responsible people
Yeah.
left somebody? A little person?
They left the child with the child's 15-year-old sister. The sister lost eyesight of the child for a few minutes, and the child climbed on a chair and basically, well, we haven't made for the room, but basically the child was in the specific space of the house and climbed onto a chair and fell out the window.
Oh God.
So,
Where was that?
So the child, unfortunately, did not survive. My heart goes out to this 15-year-old that was left alone with her sibling. I'm pretty sure she's getting a lot of help.
Well, can you tell me where was it? I know,
Here.
you said it already, but in which city or place?
If I'm not mistaken, it was Caldas de Reina.
Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ.
That's awful.
Yeah, people are kind of mad. To be honest, I blame the parents, because why are you leaving a not even 2-year-old child? Because I think the child was about 22 months old. Child's not even 2. Why are you leaving them alone with a 15-year-old that's hooked on devices? Number one.
Been so long for? Where did they go? Just to the shops? Did they go to work? Or?
I'm not sure. Like, there's a whole bunch of stories going around, so...
Yeah.
And we know how it's always the they say, she said, he said thing.
That's right.
But my heart goes out to this young lady, because... And to the parent, I really hope they don't blame her, and that they don't... Because this is not in any way her fault. Like, you're responsible. You left that baby with her. She's not responsible for her sibling. You are.
Yeah, I can see that point, Monica. But how often do 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds do babysit and they get paid a little something? The neighbors will ask 15-year-old, "Oh, do you mind babysitting my child? We're gonna go to whatever, going for dinner."
Yeah, Tundi, I agree with you 100%. But a 2-month-old?
The one in Culture. Yeah.
22-month-old. So
No, is it the 22-month-old or a 2-month-old?
No, 22 months.
22 months. Okay.
So a child, their age will be walking, crawling, and exploring things. And I think probably the distraction was potentially to be on the phone or on TV, or probably just went to the toilet. And the child at their age is very, very fast. Very fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll crawl and go everywhere.
Yeah.
But
And you never know where they're going. The child is completely, yeah.
I think knowing sort of the background, where did the parents go? If it is to leave the child for all day with a 15-year-old, then I think potentially there's a no-no. But if it is to go to the shops, I mean, how many parents do that? With their kids. Look after your sister or your brother. I'm gonna go to the shop and come back in 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story. We just, I think it was a few days ago that it kind of started spreading that the child had passed.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that family gets a lot of help, because they're going to need it. Psychologically,
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, 2-year-old boy falls 6 feet to a community in Villa. What is this? Oh, this is March. Oh yeah, is that the same? He succumbed to his. Is that the same kid? Monica, did this happen earlier this year and the kid just passed away,
yeah,
or?
I think it happened earlier this year, and the child passed recently. That's why people are in an uproar.
A community in Villa Franca is in.
No, that's another.
That's another one?
That's another. Yeah.
Wow.
This one, from what I heard, was closer to the center of the city.
Let's see. This is the one. Okay, child 4 falls from 4th floor window. This happens a lot in Portugal. Kids falling out of windows.
Because he was in the Marquise. It's basically like a dispensary area with windows
Okay.
of the house.
Yeah.
And now I question the parents on why you do not have, and 4th floor locks, child protective locks on these damn bloody windows. Like, I was my kids were young a long, long time ago, and I had everything human imaginable to prevent anything that had to do with windows and doors.
Yeah, a 4-year-old child fell to his unaliving from a 4th-floor window in an apartment block in Gardemar yesterday, according to report. He had been sleeping. What?
That was in Gordon. Yeah, that's another one.
That's another
Yeah.
one.
That's another child. Yeah, that was in Golden.
He had been sleeping, as had his
How
father,
many accidents like
who
that?
works night.
How many accidents did it happen?
It sounds like there's a lot.
Child's
Apparently, the child was with 2 sisters, older sisters. And this was in Cambridge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So year old, 10 months, so 22 months. It was the equivalent of the 4th floor.
So basically, it's been happening. If you kind of look at sports history, recent history, it's been falling out of.
And the thing is, according to this article, I think a passerby saw the baby on the pavement. And he alerted the authorities. So assuming then that the girls or the sisters didn't even realize that it could have been that the baby was asleep and it just woke up and wandered off, potentially. Do you see what I mean? There's so many different things that could have happened.
There's a lot of ways.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a lot of these. If you Google just kid falls out the window in Portugal, July 2026, a 3-year-old boy fell off the 2nd floor window in an apartment block. Despite being rushed to a hospital in Porto, he succumbed to his injuries. 2023, in July 2023, a 4-year-old fell. And 2018, I mean, like, if you're supposed to dig into this, there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
It's just one after the next. Like, this is alarming.
I stand by Superman movies. Leonardo.
This guy's the worst. Where is Superman when you need it?
Everywhere all the time. Come on. Or leave the poor man alone.
Yeah, I think the thing, here in the UK, what we have with every window, you've got a key to lock the window. You can open it, but you can keep it on a latch, just a little bit open, just to allow a bit of ventilation, but you can still have the keys to lock it, and you can't open it anymore. I don't think there's a system in Portugal. It's either a very rudimentary sort of locking system as well.
But I bought for one of the apartments I was in because it had only one balcony and all the rooms had floor-to-ceiling doors to the outside, and it was just a rail outside that door. I put child protective locks on all of the windows. And it would open about 2 centimeters max that I would allow the window to open, and then I'd automatically lock it at that, so the children couldn't go through the wall. It would allow ventilation just enough, but not enough. It was child protective and the fire to put on the doors.
Man, it's awful. That's awful. I send my compassion to that family.
Sorry. I have a meeting, guys. I will be joining you later, okay?
Sounds good. Good luck.
Okay. I will have lots of fun. Loads of fun. Work meeting, guys.
You got this. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of this happening, man. It's like you said, Monica. I send my love to that family, healing energy to them. Those sisters, they're never gonna forgive themselves, man. They're gonna go through life likely blaming themselves for what happened. The number one, one of the top indicators of divorce is the loss of a child. Most couples do not survive the loss of a child. They end up blaming each other. They blame themselves. They 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 fall under depression and all sorts. And it's very 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 hard to come out of that. And that's for adults. The siblings being left alone, to look after that child, to learn that that child had lost their lives because of them, not because of them, but because of God knows what. They're going to have a hard life dealing with this. They're going to be awful, and God and the parents are gonna treat them some type of way. They're gonna blame each. It's awful, man. It's awful. I am what you call a helicopter dad, and I'm proud of it. I don't care. People make fun of me. People have jokes. I don't care. I'd rather be too cautious than not. I grew up in a time where, I have friends. When I was a kid, I have friends who passed away, who lost someone, who lost a limb, who lost an opportunity of a lifetime over something ridiculous. And I have friends, like, for a long time, one of my closest friends was a nurse. And she used to tell me about the things that she's seen. The things that people will come to her, they're hurt, they're paralyzed, they lost all kinds of problems over things that I used to do all the time. We forget how lucky we are. Like, if you think back of all of the nonsense you've done in the past that you got away with, it's crazy.
I don't have any broken bones.
Exactly. I can't believe I don't have any broken bones. I can't believe I have all of my functions. I can't believe that I'm still here. I can't believe it. Like, there are so many things that I just got so lucky. And we forget it. We think it's because we're good. No, we just got lucky. And so, I'm a helicopter dad, man, and I'm damn proud of it. If I'd rather my kids be too cautious than take too many risks, unnecessary risk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of person, like, my thing is, if my kids want to do BMX tricks, it's going to keep me up at night. But they will have helmets, they will have pads, they will have all of the protection gear. And as they're getting started, I'm running next to that bike, and I'm catching them. I'm catching them as they get more and more comfortable, more better and better and better. And the truth is, that's the right way to do it. If you can do that, you're one of the lucky ones. There's this guy, I forgot his name. I'll tell you right now. Skater on MTV. What's his name? Rob. What's his last name? No, that's not him. Skateboarder.
Yeah, you got a lot of people that do very risky things and they're still very, very lucky. Even though sometimes they got a broken this or that or something else. But the fact that they're still alive, they're still very, very lucky.
Rob Dietrich, or I think his name is. He's a professional skateboarder. And I mean, he does. I mean, he's not anymore. He's older now. I don't know how old he is, but he's a professional skateboarder. And I remember watching his show on what's up, Jensen? Johansson, sorry. What's up, Johansson? How you doing? I remember watching his show on MTV, and he had this huge black guy with him. It was like they were really, really close friends. But the way they got to know each other, the way they begun to work together is whenever this guy was learning and practicing his trick, this big guy used to run next to him, and every time he fell, he just caught him. Boom, boom, boom. He used to catch him, and he's like, "Yeah, he's like, of course I'm not gonna fall. Like I have help. I want to. I don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean?" And that guy was his friend, so they started doing that, and they started to work together. And as you know, as he grew, whatever. But he had the support, and that's what I'm gonna do for my kids. It's about making. It's not about preventing them from taking chances. It's about making sure that they are taking smart chances and they are safe. And anybody who wants to criticize me for being a helicopter dad, they can send me some. They can start making financial deposits into my account. So when or if they get hurt, we have some money put aside to take care of their hospital bills and whatever accommodation is required. But if you're not gonna make those financial deposits, I encourage you to shut the fuck up. Fair enough?
That. There's a song for that on TikTok. Shut the fuck up. I did not ask for an opinion that came out of your ass. Shut the fuck up.
She said, Jonathan said, I am a scaredy cat. I am afraid of anything until I confirm it's safe. That's not being afraid. You're just smart. You know what I'm saying? You take precautions and you plan. Nothing wrong with that. I'm with you. Leonardo says, your kids need to spend a weekend with Uncle Leo. Hell no. Hell no.
Why
Just
not?
I can
You were having a time with Uncle Leo.
Nah, man. He wrote it and I can hear him saying it. And the way he's saying it in my head right now, it sounds very mischievous.
Yes, they be running down hills, getting all that grass inside their clothes, just sliding down those hills, doing some bungee jumping.
And coming back home plastered from neck to the toes.
Grass, yeah. Mud, yes. Doing some, motocross, something or yeah.
That sounds good though.
All that mud flying everywhere, yeah.
That's insane. All right, guys, let's jump into the mud. Speaking of mud, Heaven is got her fingers in the dirt. All right, let's jump into the let's jump into the mud. Let's start with the breaking news of our good friend.
Uh-oh. Here comes Donald Trump again.
Oh God, no.
Oh, Lord, no, please, I can't.
Dude, I can't with this guy. He's I can't. I just can't.
I'm gonna say, you guys tell me.
Oh, you're in and out, Heaven.
I got a meeting in 60 seconds.
We didn't hear what you said. You said you saw something and
He has a meeting in 60 seconds.
no, before that she said, did you guys see? And it just went in and out.
Oh yes, I was watering my plants. My avocado tree is planted.
There you go. I hope that thing gives you 1,000 avocados.
Trump
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
gonna be.
mud. Trump, Infinita, or D? We're gonna go with
I
Infant.
think it's the fact that Rudy just found out that Donald Trump's at fault that if he can't get his verification on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm blaming him for that too. I'm gonna make a video cussing him out.
That's why probably you've been banned. There you go. Because you've been smack talking Donald Trump all the time. There you go. No. Donald Trump just put stop to this.
Put us out to it.
Johnson's calling Trump yellow cricket.
Yellow cricket. That's hilarious.
jaundiced though, isn't it? I mean, this is like a jaundiced old man. Usually it's kids, isn't it? But yeah, it's because of makeup, really. But yeah,
Yeah, I can.
yellow.
Rudy is a fun American, and he lives in Portugal, and so is Heaven. She's a fabulous. And Tundi is Portuguese, living in the UK. Naja is fabulous. She's amazing and beautiful and gorgeous, and she's just so sweet.
Monica's walking. She's outside walking, and you can see all these blokes whistling at her. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I hear him. Yeah, they're trying to get her attention. So, I want to hear some opinions on this. The United States president has. It sounds like he was ready to accept the terms of the Iranian deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. But the other country, but Netanyahu said no. He wants to continue to attack everybody, and it looks like the deal once again could go up in smoke. It also sounds like the U.S. military has advised the U.S. president to, by any means necessary, they need to end this war. There is no successful path forward. That's what the head of the military is saying. That's what they're saying, that the head of the military is saying behind closed doors to Trump. That there is no successful path forward. We are running out of weapons to drop on Iran. We do not have the ground support we would need in order to invade Iran. We do not have local support within the Iranian party to dismantle the current political leadership in Iran. And the longer the Strait of Hormuz is closed, the worse it is for the global economy, ultimately the U.S. economy. While the U.S. may not need to buy the oil from Iran right now, or buy the oil that are coming through the Strait of Hormuz right now, the U.S. does need the supply chain that is supported by the oil that comes through the Strait of Hormuz. So the U.S. has a deep fundamental investment in seeing the end of the Strait of Hormuz. In addition, come November, what are we in? We're in August? We're in August? September, October, November.
We're in August.
In 3 months.
We're in August. How do you forget you're in August? What's wrong with you? You haven't had enough coffee.
Nah, because I'm only thinking about you, girl. I got time to think about the months.
Lies. The lies.
I ain't got time to think about the months. I'm only thinking about December, girl. Seeing you in that dress. So, in 3 months, we have an American election that can very well cripple Trump presidency. It won't hinder him, but it will slow him down quite a bit. And so he's incentivized to put an end to this war. However, Netanyahu says he doesn't care. He wants to keep it going. What was it? I had this thing here. When he wants to continue to attack Lebanon, Iran, pretty much anybody in the Middle East. He wants to continue to attack them. So my question to the community, to the chat, is, what do you think should happen? I want to hear your assessment of where we are and where you think we should go. Do you think the United States president should tell Netanyahu to buzz off and turn their missiles or their attention to Israel and says, if you attack Iran, we're going to attack you. So put an end to it because you are destabilizing the rest of the world for your own greed. And or maybe they just say to the people of Israel, like, hey, this guy has tarnished your reputation all over the world. The world sees you as, they don't see you positively. Hand him over to us and we will arrest him and prosecute him. I want to hear your thoughts.
You really want to hear my thoughts?
I do.
don't have enough power or money to do anything about it, so they're going to do what they're going to do, and I'm just going to be sitting here in the bleachers waiting to see what happens. It is what it is. They're going to do what they want to do anyways. Like, what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. We're just going to be sitting here. We can cry and scream all we want, but at the end of the day, the people in power are the ones that are going to be able to do something about it, not us.
So, okay. What do you think, Heaven?
I think she's in,
She's in a meeting. That's why she had a meeting in 60 seconds, 3 minutes ago. Tundi, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the landscape's changing, Rudy. I think America it's embarked itself in an unwinnable war, and this is what all the experts and all the military experts are saying. There's no possible way America will win this or be successful in the same way that they're expecting it to be, or the same way that Iraq was, because Afghanistan was no success. There was no winning there. In the end, they had to abandon it. They didn't learn with the Russians. With Iran, they're not winning. And I think the influence of America's only doing that because Israel is influencing America to do that. I don't know what sort of they've grabbed someone by the cojones and they're not letting go. And this, what's your answer called? Trump called him again. Orange
Yellow
man.
cricket?
Yellow man. Yellow cricket, yeah. He's got yellow cricket by the cojones.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they got hold of him, and this guy's insisting on, and continuing. One day he talks about peace, price of everything drops slightly, and then the next day he's going completely different. But that's pure Trump. That's how he behaves. But he let himself go into this adventure with Israel. There's one thing that he can do to stop it is, reflect on it, thinking, what are we getting out of this? Nothing. If anything, the people in my country, the US, are paying the price because the price of everything's gone up.
Yeah.
And so, as his promise to the American voters was the price of everything was going to come down, he's doing the exact opposite. He should just leave the Israelis to deal with what they have to deal with, stop the war, completely abandon. They said, well, you're on your own now.
Yeah.
You want to go and fight a war against Iran, you go and do it yourself. We're not getting involved because they didn't do anything to us. I don't know why we are here. Now, when I say the landscape's changing now, is that Turkey, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia just signed a deal.
True.
And this deal is very similar to Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, which is attack on one is an attack on the three of them. So Turkey, we know that, Israel, we know that Israel was aiming, the proverbial aiming of the batteries towards Turkey, and starting with the same rhetoric that it was a state that sponsored, the people who go and unalive innocent people, the same way that they went on about Iran. So they're prepping for something which I don't know what it is. So we now have Turkey, one of the biggest militaries in the world, Saudi Arabia, one of the best equipped in the world, and Pakistan with the nuclear boom boom. So, you know, and together those three countries, I mean, Israel won't stand a chance because that would be any false move, and I think would be the reason for all of the other Middle Eastern countries who pretend to be friends of Israel to then turn against Israel, and that will be the demise. Because once that's kicked off, we are all going to be involved. And I think that's the source of a lot of problems in the world, is actually the Middle East. The Middle East, the partition, the way they broke down the countries, the way they divided it, it wasn't right. Because that place there is a hotbed of trouble. Because there's so much money, there's so much oil, there's so much interest. But I think a lot of the times the source of the problem is in the small state that wants to take land from other countries, and they've got an agenda. The agenda is just about them. Anything else is inferior. I think that's the problem, really. Trump needs to move out.
But what's his name won't let him out.
No, like I said, he's got him by the cojones. I don't know what sort of compromise they've got on him. Whether it's related to Epstein, whether it's related to something else. But we know that the Secret Services, the Mossad, are one of the best in the world. They will not get someone with a simple, oh yeah, you know, if you don't do what we want, we will release this. You were arrested when you were 22 years old, drink driving, DUI. We release it to the press. It's a lot more serious than that.
Yeah.
I honestly believe this is a full compromise on the Epstein case with videos, photographic evidence, and everything. Because you don't get, I mean, Trump is like a little poodle with Netanyahu. This guy, the Israeli Prime Minister, is walking around smiling like he's won the lottery.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got the might, he's got the influence, and Trump is, is pretending, yeah, we're doing that, we're doing that. But I think they've got some serious compromise with him.
For the love of God. This is for somebody like him. I tend to agree with you because it's shocking that somebody like him would, someone that is so abrasive, someone that's so braggadocious, someone that is so egotistical, someone that is so determined to go against the norm. It's a bit unnerving to see him kind of fall in line with the rest of them. Because if anyone was going to say, hell no, we're not doing this, it doesn't make any sense. And what I say goes. Like, Trump is the ultimate, I'm the boss, you do what I say type of personality. So the idea that he is not going, well, hey man, I tried this. We looked at it. The team and I think that this is taking us nowhere, and it's going to hurt me in the long run. So I'm not doing anything. And if you don't fall back or fall in line, I'm coming after you, or you on your own. Right? That's what I would picture, or I would imagine him doing. Yet he's not doing that. Why? What do they have on him?
Didn't you say that he's not going to be able to run again? So he doesn't really care, does he now?
Well,
He'll find a way.
Yeah, he'll find a way. But he still has 3 years to govern.
Yeah. And the thing is, if we use the example as the Russia-Ukraine war as an example, he tried to sit them both down on the table to try and resolve and stop the war. And because there was no success, what did he say straight away? We're not going to give you any more weapons. Now you're on your own.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to sit down and compromise the peace, we're not going to help you anymore. And the guy, we all saw that press conference in the White House with Zelensky and how they, how they treated the guy in front of the world's media.
Yeah.
This is the sort of behavior that Trump and his cronies usually demonstrate.
Yeah.
But he's incapable, and he's not done the same with Israel. Even though he said that one of the key things to happen for this peace treaty was the complete ceasefire, including the Gaza Strip and the devolution of the land and all of that. None of that happened because Israel ignored every single point that Trump has put on, and Trump did not come back to say, you're going to pay for that.
Exactly. That's so weird. That's not his. That's not his thing.
It's not. And if you only a few days ago, they're putting a resolution again for a peace treaty, and Israel and Netanyahu came on world's media to say, you know, with chest pumping like a silverback, I have rejected all 15 of the points suggested by the US. He said it on international media. And this was Trump's child, if you know what I mean. Because he was all very proud saying, yeah, we proposed this. Netanyahu point blank said, we have rejected all 15 of them on international media. No response from Trump.
No respect.
You know?
Who's the, this is the thing. Who's the superpower here? Ain't that what Bill Clinton said? Who's the superpower? Was it Bill Clinton or Bush? Who's the ultimate superpower here? Like who's running what? And the question.
Well, we know who's running the show.
Yeah.
We know who's running the show. Yeah.
God.
You know. Usually, this is almost like you know. I don't know about you. I'm brought up in a large family. I'm the second youngest, me and my twin brother. So growing up, my older brothers, sometimes we used to fight all the time. And I remember my physically, I wouldn't be able to fight my brothers when I was young.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was very clever at, if I knew something that would get my parents upset about them,
Yeah.
that was my compromise. Keep him in line, you know?
Yeah.
And this is the same thing. You know, you're not going to touch me. If you do that again, I'm going to tell mom about this, you know? And this is the same thing with Trump. You don't fall in line. The world's going to find out about these videos or whatever you've done. This is you finished. You're going to end up in jail. Because then there's no escape. There's no hiding. So, but the world of secret services, you know, these people will be finding compromise about every single one of them. You know, there comes a guy, and this is why even that you know, the New York mayor, it seems he is very good on paper. I've heard these speeches, I've seen what he's done and all that. Before he gets to the top, they're going to find something about this guy, and he's going to fall in line then, because once they get higher and higher, they're going to fall in line with whatever the obscure people who rule. You know, they're the ones who are going to have the final say on everything.
When you say they're gonna find something, what do you mean by that? You don't Mayor Mamdani in New York.
Mamdani, there's always something. If there's not something, they'll fabricate it.
On,
they'll fabricate it.
yeah, like what you call it, The Godfather. You remember that scene?
They'll fabricate it. Yeah.
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 For those who are not aware,
They'll compromise, and a lot of the times it's not about it's not about him having something in the past. It's about something that can potentially, I wouldn't say just do AI with a video and superimpose his face. You know, we know about the honey traps with the Secret Service they used to do. The Russians used to do that a lot. Beautiful women going into, for example, you know, politicians and try to allure them and then get them drunk, take photographs in position and use that as leverage, as the compromise. This is how the Secret Service work. And I know Mamdani, you know, anyone can fall into that trap, even unknowingly, you know. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. You know, a picture's a picture.
yeah.
You know, it might be as innocent as you know, as it seemed at the time, but a picture, people will make their own judgment based on that. You know. So yeah, there's the power. I think someone's got him by the proverbial, you know, the cojones.
Yeah. Man.
I can say in Portuguese, no? Portuguese is okay to say, but I'll say it in Spanish. But grab him by the balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unfortunate, man. I wish, I hope things turn around. Monica, I don't know what's happening over there. I'll have to look it up.
Earthquake.
When was the
7.4.
this just happened?
I'm not sure when it was, but the images that we're seeing on the news.
I see it right now. Magnitude 7.4 earthquake strike near San Jose de Palma in Colombia.
Yeah.
Didn't they just get a new president?
Everything was shaking. Like literally in the images that we're seeing, whole buildings, everything. People in the streets grabbing each other.
Colombia just got a new president, didn't they?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, this is new. This is new. It's saying that there's breaking news. 7.2. Yeah, that I thought it was related to that Venezuela or whatever. But this is something. It's all very close, isn't it? Because they're neighboring countries, aren't they?
Yeah.
Colombia and Venezuela.
It was felt in Panama and Venezuela.
A powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Western Colombia on Monday, causing serious damage to buildings in the region and prompting evacuations as far as in the capital Bogota.
Bogota.
Bogota. The regional government said Bogota. Am I saying it right? Bogota. Bogota.
Yeah, Bogota.
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 Yeah. Bogota.
The regional governors said there had been an unspecified number of injuries. The epicenter was in San Jose de Palma, a community of about 4,800 people in the Choco region, about 250 miles west of Bogota. The U.S. Geological Survey and Colombia's counterpart reported the USGS said it struck at least a depth of 66 miles. The earthquake also was felt by neighbor Ecuador. There is an injury. Social media that there are injuries and serious damage to building and the regional capital of Quedo, a city of about 130,000 people. She didn't provide any further details. So it looks like this just happened, and things are unraveling as we speak. The more information we know, the more I will report on this over the next hour. But we wish everybody a safe recovery. The beautiful people of Colombia. Colombia just got a new president-elect on Saturday, I believe. He also says deploying to Ecuador is going to prepare my stuff. Okay, so Leonardo is gonna deploy to Ecuador. When do you go, Leonardo?
Tundi, Alemanha expulsa 400 russos, 80 deles diplomatas.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. So is Leonardo, are you off to Ecuador?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. But so usually, it seems like this earthquake is off the coast, in the Pacific coast.
Yeah.
So usually, because then you have Mexico, you got California. So is there any alerts of tsunami alerts for California and Mexico at all? Because usually, if it's off the coast, there's tsunami alerts, isn't it?
It would not surprise me if California gets involved, and I'm sure more countries will get involved as things unravel. I know that the new president is on the So far now that I know, yeah, I know that the new president who was elected on Saturday, just a few days ago, is a close friend of he not a close friend, but he is an ally to the U.S. president, to Israel's president, to the president of uh, El Salvador, and so I'm sure that there's some support in some form coming from all of those directions.
Yeah.
No matter what politics you support, nobody wants to see people get hurt. At least I don't want to see people get hurt. I wouldn't say nobody. I know some people out
That's
there
right.
enjoy it, but I don't want to see people get hurt. So I'm sending goodwill to those folks, and I hope they recover quickly.
Depends on the people. Sorry. Let me know.
The Iran president says Supreme Leader urges unity amid the U.S. sanctions and other Middle East development. The thing I think about is when I think about the upcoming U.S. election and just the elections all around the world, like there's elections happening all the time. One thing that I really like about Mamdani, El Said, AOC, about these new faces is, when Barack Obama was considering running for president, his advisors told him, if you ever going to run for president, you have to do it now. And the reason they said that is because he was young. He was in Congress for just a little. He wasn't in Congress too long, which means that he didn't have too much dirt under his nails that people could dig up and say, oh, look, he did this or he voted for that, or blah, 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 blah. And there's a certain charm to someone that says, you know what, I don't care. Just like Trump did, right? The thing about Trump, he goes, I don't care. He's just brash. He just, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want, and I think this is the right thing to do. So I'm going to do that. Dismissive of anything else, I'm going to do what I think is right. And so I think part of what we need is new, young folks from outside politics who are coming in and say, yo, this is what I believe in, and I don't care what it takes. I don't care what you say. I'm just going to get it done. No more wars. Medicare, healthcare, break up big government, break up big companies so there's more competition, more jobs are created. And like to do these things, I just think it's required in order to save our planet. Like so I was watching this girl talk the other day, and she said they are charging farmers. So if a farmer buys a contractor, like those big machines to help deal with the soil, whatever, to move things, those big contractors, if they buy the contract for millions of dollars, they buy them, they have to pay a membership, a subscription fee to use the machine that they just bought. And if they want to repair the machine, these farmers, I don't know if you guys know, farmers tend to be very, very, first of all, they're very smart. They're very good at mathematics, science. They're just naturally good at it because they've been doing it their whole life. But they're also very handy people. They can fix things with their hands. They're mechanics as well. So the big the caterpillars, all of those guys, they don't allow the farmers to work on their machines, on the machines that they own. And this girl said something to me that I never considered. She said, yeah, not only do you have to pay, you have to pay to repair a machine that you know how to use, how to repair, but they are removing seeds from fruits and forcing farmers to pay a premium price for the seeds that are free. Because they're like, oh, seedless this and seedless that. It's like everything that we currently have is being taken away from us as a way of convenience. They sell it to us as this is a convenience. Seedless fruits. Freaking cars that drive themselves. Oh, you don't need a hard drive. Just put it in the clouds. And like, you don't need to don't buy your CDs and DVDs. No. Just keep it in the clouds. Just rent it from us. Don't buy your music. Rent it from us. Just pay us. And you can have access to all the music in the world. You can have access to all the movies and all the TV shows in the world. And as you cut the cable, you don't need the cable, just get Netflix. And as you become, as they make these things easier for you to use, and they get rid of the other stuff, and all of a sudden, you have to pay a premium price to get access to those things. You want to listen to music? Your Spotify subscription, it goes up every single quarter. Movies, prices goes up every quarter. Hard drive, prices goes up every quarter. You want to get the button is broken in your car, you have to replace the whole door. You have to bring it to the mechanic. Seedless this, now you got to pay for seeds. What has happened to, look at BMW. I don't know if you saw this, Lundi, but BMW pushed an ad in the car. They're pushing advertisement in the car.
On the screens.
Yes.
Clever, man.
Like, think about this, right? 10 years ago, BMW, what is it called? The ultimate driving experience? 10 years ago, BMW would have cut a deal with the Spider-Man franchise, with all of the movie theaters, and said, give me 1 million tickets. And then they would have pushed it out to 1 million customers. And it's like, listen, here's 2 tickets for you and a friend or your girl, whatever. Here's 2 tickets on us. As an advertising experience to win favor with the customer. They don't do that anymore. Am I way off base in the way I'm seeing these businesses?
No, I mean this is one way of keeping consumers and customers under control. I mean that ties up with the move from physical money to the pay with the cardless. You know, people don't carry cash anymore.
That's such a good point. Yeah.
So, you can't buy a cloud space with cash. It has to be all digital. It has to be all over the internet. So using cardless payments and all that, you link up, you spend a lot more. You always spend it because there's no excuse to say. I mean, before you have to buy a CD. You take cash, you go to the cash point, to the ATM, get the money, go and pay, take it home. Contactless now.
Yeah.
Everything on the internet. Easy. Your money's always flowing. You don't even see it. You know? Yeah.
And they charge you a small fee for every transaction.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, this is the move is a from physical money. Some people prefer to have physical money, they have more control. Other people prefer it non-physical because they can see where the money is going, because you got cash with you, you just go buy. But online as well, you tend to potentially do a lot more clicks on buying stuff that you don't even need. This TikTok shop, Timo, AliExpress, the lot. I mean, people are buying rubbish from stuff that they don't need, me included. So I've got the experience, Yeah.
Pix, that's right, Pix. So look at whoops. So Brazil has the Pix financial system, PIX, which is it's a platform. And please correct. Let me see. Let me make sure I get it right. Pix offers instant transfer. Money moves between bank accounts in seconds, anytime of the day or night. Pix key transaction use a simple alias like a mobile phone number, email address, or a CPF or tax ID number instead of a long routing and account number. QR. You can also use QR codes to use Pix. The benefit of Pix is there's no fee for the people. Transfers and purchases carry zero cost for individual customers. It is used by over 80% of the Brazilian population, processing billions of transactions since the 2020 launch. Enable millions of unbanked citizens to easily participate in the digital economy. Pix is one of the best solutions that ever happened to Brazil. Anybody knows what for some reason they don't apply this in the US and the EU. Why is that not happening in the EU is my question.
Because it's free. It's a free service, essentially. So they're going to run every time we do a purchase.
Does it work like MBWay?
It's not quite like MBWay. MBWay. Let's see.
I know MBWay, it does charge you if it's over a certain amount for a transfer, but other than that, normally it's free.
So what is the difference
That's
between?
for,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's for money transfers, not payments.
So the difference between Pix and MBWay. Pix is a government-run national payment system, rail system, whereas MBWay is a regional mobile payment solution tied to Portuguese banks. And Revolut, somebody mentioned Revolut. Revolut. Revolut is a private global digital neobank. They differ fundamentally in ownership, scope, and how they function. Pix is built and managed by the Central Bank of Brazil. It is a public infrastructure framework that all local financial institutions must legally use. That makes sense. Okay. As versus MBWay, created by an interbank system by SIBS, the company managing Portugal ATM's network. That makes more sense. Okay, it links bank accounts and cards specifically to the Portuguese market. Revolut, a private venture-backed financial technology company and licensed neobank operation independently across Europe and the UK and expanding globally. So I guess the primary difference is when you talk about think about function, the PIX is is government design. It's an infrastructure designed by the government to relieve the population from having to pay the fees and any potential issues, versus private entities controlling it. Let's look at fees. PIX completely free for individual users by law, which is very important. By law, requiring only that you hold a standard transaction account or a digital wallet with any participating Brazilian institution. MBWay is free for peer-to-peer transactions between individuals, but can carry merchant or corporate processing fees. It requires linking a bank account or credit or card. Revolut operates as a tiered subscription fee model for international exchanges, premium card features, and trading functions as a standalone digital bank account rather than a domestic clearing rails. Does that help?
I use MBWay. Like, say if I purchase something online somewhere,
Yeah.
I can use MBWay to pay for that. I don't have to give them my bank information. I'll get a code on my MBWay and it will say, they will have the name of what I'm buying or from where I'm buying. And if it's a real purchase, do I want to confirm that? And I can pay it.
And do you pay any fees? Do you
From
pay
the transactions I've used, no.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
never paid any.
So the merchant is the one taking on the
I
fees.
paid once a small fee. It was like 50 cents or something, or 30, or I can't remember.
Right.
But it was a large transaction between my bank account and somebody else's, and that I paid like a few cents on.
Yeah. See, from what I'm seeing is, it sounds like for MBWay or even Revolut, there are fees. It depends on who pays the fees. There are certain fees for the merchants, the business, and the corporations that pay the processing fees. And it's only located within Portugal. My question is, why is it that the EU is introducing a system like PIX where it is owned by the government and it is by law free for merchants and individuals? That way it encourages transactions and so on. What's up, Gary? How you doing? Leonardo says PIX is very nice. Leonardo, have you used it? Leonardo says merchant doesn't pay fees but has a ceiling on recipient money. Interesting. Well, it sounds like, from what this is describing, from peer-to-peer, there is no fee. So if I was to send to Leonardo some money, or Leonardo would be sending me some money, which is more likely the best case scenario, there will be no fees, but it can carry merchant or corporate processing fees. Gary, how are you doing?
I'm good. Just hanging in here. Enjoying beautiful weather. What's up, Tandy?
All good. It's beautiful weather everywhere, isn't it? It's good, man.
Well, beautiful weather. It's too hot. I'm too sticky, and it's too hot.
I like it, Florida. This is like paradise. Just imagine 95 every day. What would that be here? 43 degrees?
Ugh. No, thank you.
I see. So PIX allows you to schedule payment transactions where MBWay does not. MBWay can charge fees for companies where there is not. You cannot do that with PIX. MBWay requires customers to link to a credit or debit card to the applicant, while PIX can be used through current, prepaid, or saving accounts. So it's much more nimble. It looks like PIX is the much better solution, but MBWay is good, but I think they need to bring this broader to the European nations. What do you guys think, Tundi, Gary? What do you guys think about the PIX program? And anybody knows what the new not the new CEO, but the new president? How does he feel about PIX?
I think PIX is a good idea. I mean, anything to save the consumer money is a good thing. And if it's just a transaction, I mean, banks already make a ton of money because you keep your money in the bank. The money is not just sitting there; it is circulating. They're investing your money and making money out of your money, and then charging you for using your money to then transfer to other people who then charge to receive your money. So, I think these things are actually a good idea to have a system like that where you don't have to pay to transfer money to anyone. I don't know whether the president's thought about it, but the European Union, I'm pretty sure that they probably are, probably trying to design or thought about designing something similar to that. I don't know if it's going to fruition.
If the U.S. government is so scared of it, it must be good. Because they're attacking that payment system for almost a year now.
Yeah, they've been doing almost everything to stop it from happening, which makes me wonder why hasn't Europe done something about this? Like one of the biggest beneficiary of this would be Europe.
You got to understand the petrodollar too. Even though Europe is Europe, Europe still runs with the petrodollar, and that may be the problem.
That's true. That's true.
Say more about that.
Well, it's the global trade for oil is American currency.
Right.
So that's the petrodollar, and that's where some of these countries may be scared because the U.S. is against it, and so they're worried about the petrodollar. But I only see a future where the petrodollar goes away, and every country can pay with their own currency with a PIX program like that. And that's a threat to the United States. So, because every transaction that anybody in Europe does with oil benefits the U.S. at any given time because it's a petrodollar. It's done in U.S. dollars.
That's right. And I think also all the international transfers, if you were to send money to, say from Portugal to the US, I mean, there is the transactional translation of the money has to be in dollars. And whichever system uses that then takes a cut for making that deal happen. And with PIX, there's no such deal. So there's no money flowing into whoever, came up or controlling the petrodollar business. So they will end up losing money. So that's probably why they're against it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks.
But Europe and all these other countries got to get some cojones and just do what they got to do and step away from other these superpowers who control them. I think Europe as itself can become the major superpower if they benefit and work for themselves.
I don't think they're ready to do that yet because that that will be almost like starting a fight, isn't it? With the US, and I don't think they're ready to have that fight yet. Because there will be all sorts of injunctions and what the tariffs, that whatever Trump usually calls them, for not using the system that's controlled by the US, so the US establishment and big businesses. Just like almost like a trade war is starting.
But I think if Europe is smart enough, they can circumcise and go around the United States completely with the fact that what do they really need directly from the United States besides military weapons? What else do they get from them?
That's true. That's true. And even that, even the military weapons, they can outsource that from Europe. But the agreement with NATO means that they have to buy from America and not from the US, the European Union, European companies. So they buy directly from the US based on that NATO deal.
Well, I mean, I can appreciate that, but like I think the opportunity came when Trump went after them, right?
Yeah, that's true. That would have been the right time, I think.
Yeah, Trump.
The leadership is too weak, Rudy. And the other thing is, some of them are in certain politicians and billionaires and corporations are in their pockets also. They're feeding them and leading them which way to vote.
That's true. But in Europe, it can't happen because the political landscape or the political arrangement is not similar to the United States, because there's no. There's the European Parliament and the European Council, but those are sort of appointed people from different countries. But the different countries still have their own agenda, their own interests. They can still make their own deals with other countries. So if the system was like the United States, like with the Congress and deciding, there would be then a self-interest for European self-interest. They could make deals with whichever one they fancied, without the negative view of some countries who are only looking after their own interests, even though they're within the European Union. And you see that even with the war in the Ukraine-Russia war, because some countries are deadly against Ukraine, and majority of countries are in favor, but some are against Ukraine, and they're vetoing every single deal to supply them weapons. And this is why it hinders sort of the European agenda, political agenda, I think.
Jesus. Yeah, if I'm leading the EU, the first thing I'm doing is not the first thing, but part of my agenda is to build an infrastructure. I mean, now is the time, want to or not. You have to, remove some of that leverage. You have to diversify. That's the word I'm looking for. You have to diversify away from one particular group that can essentially cut your legs off, and now you can't do anything. They've seen it. What one person, one unstable, vicious person can do to Europe and to the world. I would venture off.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I don't think it will happen in the next 50 years. Because for that to happen, there needs to be a federalized European Union. And people are still not ready for a federal union within Europe. If a federal European Union would be a direct competitor with the United States, being on international influence, military, manufacturing, space, exploration, everything. But they're not ready to be federalized. I don't think it's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 generations, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they have it in them, unfortunately. Um, wow, this is awful. Like I said, and Japan was new, Vietnam was bombed, Korea was split, China was carved, Indonesia was plundered, India was divided. No foreign power will ever accept Asia until Asia respects itself. Yeah, it's Jesus. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the footage coming out of Gaza. It is as far as the eyes can see. It's all
Destroyed.
completely destroyed.
Yeah, just rubble. Just rubble.
Yeah, what these
Yeah.
what these guys have done is, yeah, I it's absolutely awful.
They completed their agenda. But you know what's going to happen now? At some point, they're going to turn to the West Bank and start doing the same thing. Say that Hamas is there because they want that territory too. Once it's all demolished, they're going to clean it up and start making it hotels and resorts, just like Trump said. And then they're going to switch around to the West Bank.
Gary, do you think the current deal is gonna go through or no?
Which deal are you talking about?
The one that was just announced last weekend.
Are you talking about the Pakistan deal with Saudi Arabia, or are you talking about the Iranian ceasefire? I don't know which one.
The Iranian ceasefire.
It's all a wait and see because it depends on who's telling you what. Because last time Trump in the United States was saying this and that and this, and then it wasn't exactly what the deal was, and it fell apart right away. So I don't know. We can only watch and wait and hope.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. So what do you? It sounds like your guy. Where's the thing? Here it is. Here. Da, 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 da. Where are you at? Here it is.
The boss of FIFA. Just in the last few minutes, let me just bring you a little bit of breaking news regarding the pressure building on Gianni Infantino, the boss of FIFA. Just in the last few minutes, we're getting statements out of a combination of UEFA, AFC and CONCACAF, representing different parts of the world, of course, saying that Gianni Infantino has placed himself above the collective with World Cup stake sale proposal. This is the proposal that Gianni Infantino put forward to sell off stakes in the World Cup to private investors, which prompted a huge backlash, and he then had to withdraw that plan. And they go on to say, these groups of bodies, UEFA, AFC and CONCACAF, to say that FIFA did not acknowledge that the proposal itself was inherently wrong, and they are calling for a fully independent third-party review of the World Cup stake sale proposal. So these bodies, these football bodies from around the world, are calling for a review of that proposal, and also saying that he placed himself above the collective, Gianni Infantino, with that proposal at the time. Those lines still coming into it, so I'll keep an eye out in case we get more on that, but that's what has been said so far in the last few moments.
So, essentially, the UEFA, AFC, and CONCACAF have all issued a joint statement on Infantino, saying that he essentially tried to embezzle the FIFA, and they want him out.
Did you say UEFA?
Yeah, you see, I'm catching up. She needs you guys to teach her the way you guys taught me.
She was talking to Rudy. She was calling him an effer.
Oh shit! What did I do? What did I do?
I was stuck on her saying UEFA. I was like, what? What she said? What did she just? Oh no, you didn't.
He must have spent time in Brooklyn. And heard some people arguing, calling him a heifer.
Heifer.
UEFA. Why does it say UEFA?
Whatever.
Damn.
So what do you guys think? You think it's what do you think is gonna come of it? You guys are football fans. Walk on.
I think he's gonna shoot himself in the foot, but you know, that's me. He's a in the foot, but
You talking about Infantino?
yeah,
Okay.
trying to sell it. If it's already mafia'd up enough, it's gonna get worse. If you're gonna help other people.
I can see that.
They'll stay the same. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Leonardo's dead set on is going to say the same. I'm dead set on he's gonna be gone. Gary, Tundi, what are your thoughts? Monica says
There's too
it is
much. I think he's going to be gone. Like, the world is uniting, but there's a large portion of people that just want him gone.
That's right. That's my opinion too. I think they're getting ready to get
Wanting him gone and actually going, that it's gonna take a big step.
He may be,
I think it's gonna stay the same, at least for a while.
he may not totally leave though. He may step down but still be a part of the whole organization.
No, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. What's probably going to happen is these three organizations. They're probably going to get another. I think there's 4 or 5 only. There's 4 or 5 in the world. So the 3 of them, you already have majority. What they can do is that they can get a vote of no confidence, and they can drop him, and then FIFA will go for new elections. So he's not going to be part of any other, sister company that belongs to FIFA. He's going to be dropped out completely. He has to resign. But a vote of no confidence, he doesn't have to resign. He gets sacked, even though he's the president. He gets the sack.
yeah, I believe that's what's going to happen. A vote of no confidence. I mean, outside of these establishments, who else is left? I'm talking about big, because all you need is a majority. You have UEFA, CONCACAF, and AFC. Is there another large group of who's missing?
So you
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was asking, did he just say FIFA or FIFA?
UEFA.
I'm just saying.
He said Reefa. He wanted it out.
Yeah, but there's UEFA, there's CONCACAF, there's CONMEBOL, AFC I think is African Football Confederation, and there's the Oceania football something. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. So it's divided in 5 regions. So North America and Central America, South America, Europe, Africa. There's the Asia. I think in Asia, there's probably 2. So there's 5. Yeah. So the 5. So you got 5. So I think more than half already are saying it's a no-no. That means it's only a question of time before Infantino is dropped down.
Yeah.
Just know he ain't getting the South American vote to throw him out.
No, if Argentina's got a say in it, it's stay forever.
Yeah, it's Argentina, Chile, and what's the other one? Where the game's gonna start?
Goodness. Chile. That would be Colombia, Venezuela? No?
Well, yeah, the new You're right. The new Colombia president and their federation probably won't vote for it either. So it's going to depend on the rest of the world. Central America might. North America isn't.
And the African Football Confederation, I think they're ready to get rid of him because they feel hard done by in this World Cup. They feel that the referees were against him.
Yeah.
So they're not happy at all.
No. The refs were so fair in all the games.
Were they?
Best referees ever.
Weren't they? They were just, jeez. All just so fair.
Yeah.
The men did the best they could, with no help. There were no replays, that could have been seen or nothing at all.
It just shows that we were talking about, the financial system earlier on. I mean, even with the football, money makes the world go round. Even in football, whoever controls the money controls everything. It's about power and influence. There's a lot of money involved in football and in betting shops and betting companies.
Absolutely. That's why football's already have their handle on things. See, Rudy?
I know. But even the countries who host the World Cup, they spend money building up all the new stadiums and infrastructures, but there's a lot of money once the World Cup starts. I mean, the amount of money that they make is ridiculous.
They don't make enough.
Look at Porto already getting their hands up. Oh, and Sporting got a little nudge too, huh?
No, Sporting didn't get a nudge. Come on.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Rudy, what's the good news?
What?
Coming up? The Portuguese league started. We got to set up when we're going to a game.
Let's do it.
Sporting is the best game to go to.
No.
I'm telling you, Sporting is the best game to go to.
You gotta go to
We got to go to Porto.
No,
I'm game.
No, Porto, don't go there, man.
Rudy,
No,
now you
that
got
place is
one
not
from
nice
each
places.
team. Now you got one from each team up here. This is just gonna cause a debate. It's just gonna cause arguments.
We're not arguing. We're just playing.
Speak is best. It is what it is.
Listen, man, we all know Porto is the best team out there. So I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's the team.
No. And I'll tell you what, Rudy,
Yeah.
I think from where you are, one coach will take it directly outside of the Sporting Stadium and then back home again.
You see?
Maybe one stop. That's it.
Leonardo, you're falling down the totem pole.
It's 3 against 2. Come on. You got Leonardo. Porto.
Leonardo, you're falling off the
Porto.
totem pole. Sorry.
It's all good.
Well, I tell you what,
Yeah.
we're talking about corruption, right? We're
Right.
talking about corruption. And I know
Yeah,
you're a
that's-
fair guy, and I know you are what's the word? You're against corruption. You're for free. If it's sports, it's gonna be competitive, but it's gonna be an honest thing. And out of all the big teams in Portugal, I can tell you now, hands on my heart, that Sporting is a team that you won't follow. Because Benfica and Porto are riddled with court cases. There even been, taped up conversations of the chairman of those clubs talking about referees and who they wanted for their games. And I know that Leonardo is a Porto fan, but you won't contest this. In the 80s and 90s, Porto was like the mafia of football. It was blatant, so blatant. The president was caught by the police, the equivalent to the FBI, the police judiciary,
Yeah.
on recordings. It was offering women of leisure to referees, trips to referees to South America, to Brazil, to the Caribbean, even threatening other people. It had him by the cojones. Benfica then came over, took over that system. And it was the same thing, offering vouchers. There was emails that have been apprehended by the police, all showing cases, is one case after the other. Benfica, I think the last 15 years, out of the what are they called? Did they say out of the 33 cases that the federation passed over to the police, 27 of corruption. 27 were for Benfica.
27.
27 of them were from Benfica. So that says a lot. And Sporting, everyone made fun of Sporting. And one thing that Sporting fans, and I'm a Sporting fan, my whole family is Sporting fans. One thing that Sporting fans know is that for decades, they used to make fun of Sporting. Oh, you guys don't win anything. You guys don't win anything. And the only thing that the Sporting fans could say is that I'd rather not win than win with corruption. And the only thing they changed the football in Portugal was the introduction of VAR, because then they couldn't hide it anymore with the bad decisions of referees, because the scrutiny was out there and people could see it. And this is when, from the introduction of VAR, Sporting then won, out of the last 5 years, Sporting won 3 championships. Porto won 2, Benfica won 0. So they can't hide it now. But Leonardo is a Porto fan, and he's probably going to say, no, that was not the case. If you go and look up FC Porto cases on the internet, you get recordings of the taped-up conversations of the ex-president of Porto, and the Benfica is the same.
But Tony, you know what's the problem? You know what's the problem with Sporting? They some ugly colors, man. Them jerseys are ugly.
Nah, man, come on.
No, they're not.
I'll wear a Benfica jersey.
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about their stadium. It looks like a bathroom. I'm sorry. The Sporting Stadium looks like a damn bloody bathroom. No,
not anymore. Not anymore.
It looks like a bathroom.
No, I'll explain why. So the Portuguese stadium, when they build the stadiums, when they built the stadiums, it was from 2004 European Championships. And the Sporting Stadium, it was to celebrate the tiling industry, the Portuguese tiling industry, because Portugal is famous for its tile. You know the intricate tiles that you usually see in churches? Gary, you've seen those because you've taken photographs. That was
Rudy knows.
Yeah, there's legend. Yeah, and so that was dedicated to the tiling industry, the Portuguese tiling industry that was in decline at the time, and they thought, okay, we are going to celebrate this industry because it's in decline. So they started calling that is like a toilet because there was tiles on the outside, but there was a design, there was an architecture who thought about that. And there was art on those tiles, but other club supporters make fun of it because of that. So, but they're not there anymore.
It looks like a bathroom. It looks like a large bathroom with all those tiles going around. I'm sorry. That was horrible. That was a horrible idea.
Yeah, but that's the crux of the state of football or soccer in Portugal. In Europe, we're talking about corruption. It's not just FIFA anyway. I mean, Portugal is riddled with it because whoever controls the soccer in Portugal essentially controls the country because football mad. The country's football mad. You know.
Yeah. Até na terceira liga, come on. Even in the third league, it's insane. Like the people, some of the teams that get some help throughout games is insane.
Well, it's a pity. I don't know if the recorded tapes of those presidents are translated or you can get them translated into English, but it's so obvious, man. So obvious that the guy even had judges from criminal courts that they were offering these packages. So when the cases then went to court, they were dismissed. So some of them were dismissed before they even got to court. People in the police judiciary were in it. The court magistrates, criminal, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah, when
even
it comes
politicians.
to football, there's a lot. The story is there's a lot.
in the story.
Yeah.
A lot.
Even politicians. So, and that's why I support Sporting, because it's just an honest club. We didn't win a lot for many years, but we'd rather not win than win in deceit, isn't it?
Why don't we all put money together and buy that Porto team that just went bankrupt?
Boavista.
Yeah.
Well, stuff.
It still cost a few bob though. It still cost a bit.
There's no
And
better.
then you have to start from. No. Well, there was going to be an investment, last-minute investor, but he fell through. So they've got stadium. The stadium is 35-seat stadium, very, very nice. But because it's got the business side of the football club and the sports side of the football club, when the team collapses, the business side and the sports side separate. So the sports side, you would be able to buy the sports side, but you'll have to start from the 6th or 7th division and then make your way up again. And that takes a huge amount of investment because it's not a quick return. You're looking about 20 or 30 years before. And this is a club that was champions in 2001. Believe that, bankrupt.
Wow.
And that president also, the president of that club was as dirty as the one from Porto. Do you know what I'm talking about, Monica? Valentin Loureiro.
Loureiro. Yeah.
Yep. Him and his son. Mamma mia. This is like, you know what? If the was it the New York Mafia? Was it called the Gambino family or whatever? They're like kids compared to these ones.
They're Academica also. Yeah.
Well, Academica won last year, so now they're up. By me, people were crazy when they won in the streets here. It was nuts. Because I was in Queenborough. Yeah. They won.
Yeah.
People were going bananas.
Because even small cities, I know Caldas got a new investment. They got 2 mil. We were offered 1 mil, and then they were offered another mil if they changed some of the work ethics, and they've done that, so they got the extra mil. I know there's a couple of small teams that got investments, so.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a foreign investor, probably American, because there's a lot of American millionaires investing in football clubs in Portugal.
Yeah.
But Caldas is a very old club, man. They were playing in the first division before. In a small city, there was the only team there. They could definitely do with another team in the first division. To be honest. But Academica,
there's a lot
is
to
huge.
work. Yeah, there's a lot to work in Caldas to get at least the second division. There's a lot to work. They're gonna have to do a lot of changes, but it's doable if they have the investments like they do now.
In Aveiro, they have an arena. That thing is falling apart. Somebody need to invest in that. That one.
No, but they got hit by the storms last start of the year, didn't they?
No, but it was messed up before then. Before the storm. It's just like, it looks like it hasn't been painted in years. It's all rusty and stuff.
Yeah.
I know they play a lot of rugby there.
Yeah.
All right.
But that was built for the 2004 European Championships as well. The thing is with the Leiria and the actual club is that also I think the municipality owns the stadium, and the team I think was just renting it out because they had a smaller stadium. But I think then there was a disagreement. I don't know whether it was payments or maintenance of the place, and then Leiria, the football club, actually sort of deteriorated, went down, and then they parted ways, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's there's another stadium that needs a big team using that. To be honest, another 30,000 seater there.
Yeah, but the stadium is horrible position. Like those top tier seats, horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. You're sitting in them
Like
and you're
Benfica,
feeling like a fall.
Yeah, they're very. Yeah. They're very steep. They're very steep.
It's very
But but some parts of the Benfica or even the Sporting Stadium is like that. For Sporting, I watched the game at the very top, and it is very, very high. It's very, very steep as well. Because I guess because of where it was built right in the middle of the city, so they can't really make it wide. But
To be honest,
in some of the stadiums in the World Cup.
in Benfica Stadium, I'm not sure how the seats are up at the top because I normally sit down by the grass and I can almost touch the grass. But I'm pretty sure there are probably some seats that are, they're kind of scary to sit in because you feel like you're going to fall.
Yeah. But
Are you bragging about
Benfica
it?
Stadium?
No, I just like to sit down by the grass.
Oh no, I just thought we could take advantage of your connection and get proceeds.
Hey, when I need, I've sat right by, just right down by the goalie, just there, 3 seats away. Hello, how are you today? When I need good seats, I know where to go.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advise you to go and watch the Benfica game because those guys are like thugs there. No offense. No, not you, but you sit where there's you're enclosed by the police, but usually there's a lot of things happening in the Benfica games.
No, and I'm normally by all the big, weirdos that scream.
Well, the no-name boys are like neo-Nazis, aren't they?
I'm normally by them or the other side. It depends on who I get my tickets from. But I'm either on one or the other, and they're normally pretty decent. At least to the women, they're normally pretty decent. They're never aggressive. At least to women, they're never aggressive.
But they're decent to whoever wears a red jersey. I mean, they kill only for Sporting fans. I think they killed 2 or 3 already. So
yeah,
yeah.
It's always internal issues. Some of them I know have been actually banned from entering the stadium. Benfica does try to keep at least the ones that are causing, issues. They do tend to keep them out of the stadium. They're not allowed in at all. There are registered.
They did. I think a few years ago, I think they played Fiorentina. I think it was a friendly or European game. I don't know. And they unalived this Fiorentina fan with a car, drove over him, and then I think they reversed back again to make sure he wasn't moving.
Yeah.
A fan?
No, but listen, I've been at games and we've had kids with different, either Sporting jerseys or from whatever team's playing against Benfica, and the children are there and nobody, and if somebody does step the line, even other people from Benfica will step in and literally punch them out. Seen it in real life. I've seen it in real life because one man got very rowdy and it was just children and we all started screaming at him and then all of a sudden somebody popped out from the back and just whammed him.
Rudy, that sounds worse than Yankee Met fans.
Seriously, man, you guys are violent.
He just like, not with children. And he whacked the guy, grabbed him, took him to security and said, no, not with children, you're not doing this. So, yeah, it can get aggressive, but it's normally for good reasons. Obviously, there are always bad fish, but they tend to be excluded from
The ultras, they are bad. I mean, but for you guys to experience a tremendous atmosphere, sometimes rough and intimidating, it would be the Benfica or Sporting Benfica game or Benfica Sporting game. But that's don't take the wives, don't take children. Go with a large group and don't separate from each other.
This is Benfica games? That's crazy.
No, Benfica Porto, I avoid those games. I don't tend to go to those games because it brings out not just the people that are able to go watch, but all the worst of the worst will be outside. So it's not the ones that are in the stadium, it's the ones that are not allowed in the stadium that are outside that are the big issue. Because even though we have a lot of police, You know, there's a lot of police there. There's always arrests. Just like in Portugal. Portugal's the same thing. And once we see people's up Portugal, I think Gary's trying to eat a fish or something.
Yeah.
It's fine with the fish.
I think so. At least that would sound like to me.
It's either that or he's flipping that Benfica shirt now. It's beating that Benfica shirt now. It has nothing to do with you anymore.
Time you nailed it. You nailed it.
But you know what? It's a good experience. It's a pity that I'm not there this year because I would have invited you guys to. I wouldn't go for a Benfica game, but it would have to be a sporting game because I'm a sporting supporter. Just to show you something different. There's no harm in supporting other teams because it's got to be healthy. But every team's got their own faction that are the hooligans, the ultras. And for those people, really, if you're wearing a different color shirt than they are, potentially there's trouble. So, but if you are within the team, with their colors, then there shouldn't be any issue.
It's the same city. They're like literally, you could walk from one stadium to another. I don't understand why people want to kill each other over that when y'all right there.
Yeah, and Gary, when you think about like the beef with Brazil, it's like, okay, this is a good example.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
But does that happen in the US? Does it happen with the US, or the police are very strict on that?
No, they have games. They have like, it's, for example, New York. You have Mets and Yankees in baseball.
Yeah.
They're like two of the biggest teams in the league. That kind of, the Yankees always win more.
Yeah.
They have subway games. People argue. They have fist fights, but then afterwards they're at the pub together drinking. Nobody's killing each other. You arguing?
Yeah.
You argue at the thing. You have a little fight, and then you're like, let's go get a beer afterwards. Nobody gets crazy like that in America. To be honest with you.
No one.
Sports.
They're not taking each other's lives.
Three of these.
Braga.
They're not taking each other's lives. But there's something else that I wanted to bring up while I have everybody here, which is what's going on in Ireland and Dublin. Have you guys heard?
No. What's happening?
So breaking news, this happened today. The alleged crime boss, Daniel Cunningham, landed in Dublin to face Irish court. He was previously living in Dubai. Is it Dubai? Yeah, I think he was living in Dubai. Where are you? Yeah, he was living in Dubai. He is known, allegedly, of course, he is known to be actually bigger than Pablo Escobar. He's this man who was trafficking narcotics throughout Ireland and across the world. Few years ago, he became really, the pressure intensifies after people trying to take him and his associate out in a very public place. He got away, his associate did not. Afterwards, my understanding is he moved to Dubai. He may or may not be have continued to run his criminal enterprise from Dubai. He started getting into coaching people in boxing and so forth. Anywho, the Irish government negotiated with Dubai and eventually came to an agreement where they extradited him back to Ireland.
Interesting. I don't think any choices between going to prison in Ireland and in Dubai. I think he made a wise decision to go back home because I don't think in Dubai it'd be a completely different type of penalty that you'd get.
It's funny. So I don't know. Can you share more? What are the prison like in Dubai?
In Dubai, and some crimes are punishable. I think Dubai also has a death penalty, especially crimes, for example, crime to drugs. They're very, very harsh. very, very because I think it's a Muslim country, alcohol and narcotics. You are caught with that, you know what punishment is. I mean, prisons in Europe and America, they're probably kindergarten compared to those ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. C said he is a big promoter as well. Lots of big UK and Irish boxers were on his payroll. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be. I always hear these stories about these guys in Dubai who takes these risks with narcotics or otherwise while they are in Dubai or in a foreign land. I don't understand it. I don't see why you even take the chance.
Yeah, but it's a tough one because we've seen those documentaries about, was it the one of the prisoners abroad? Do you remember there used to be a program, a documentary?
Yeah, Locked Up Abroad. Yeah, I used to watch that all the time.
Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah.
You remember all these people used to suffer? They even used to be sent back to their home country to then finish the sentence there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. But Dubai, I'm telling you, all the Middle East, South America, and the Far East, you don't end up in jail there, because most likely that's where you're gonna end up unalived.
Yeah. He is rumored to have run a multi-billion-dollar global drug, narcotics and firearm network known as the Cunningham Organization. I cannot believe he named the organization after his own name.
It's cockers.
It's the mafia, the Giovanni, the Soprano family. Traffic large quantities of narcotics, the white powder, into Europe and forged ties with international cartels. Accumulated a $5 million U.S. bounty on his head alongside his father and brother. So this is a family business. So his father and brother had a bounty on their heads. Previously attempted to rebrand himself as a legitimate boxing promoter and manager. How much? Oops. Yeah. So this guy, I mean, for all of the stuff that people say in Ireland that crime does not exist there, it's only foreigners and so forth. It doesn't seem to be the truth. There's crime everywhere.
I was going to say, who said there's no crime in Ireland?
You didn't see the uproar they had a couple of weeks ago? Was it a month ago? Where they started attacking all the foreigners, thinking that they were responsible for all the crimes.
Say that about anywhere.
Was that?
Come on. Who's stupid enough to say that about anywhere? There's bad people everywhere.
My point exactly. While law enforcement has not while law enforcement have not publicized the exact annual amount transported by Mr. Cunningham, the Interpol determined that Daniel Cunningham super cartel controlled roughly 1/3 of your entire narcotic trade. 1/3. Wow. The scale of his yearly traffic operation is best measured by its immense financial volume. Ireland Garter Ireland International Intelligence Agency estimate that the Cunningham cartel has amassed between 1 to 1.5 billion in total assets. Billion with a B.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's huge.
Yeah. Million with an N. Come on, Ricky. Billion with a B. Duh.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
Gary
money.
giggles.
So no wonder, because he was so big, no wonder he wanted to face the justice in Ireland rather than Dubai.
Yeah.
Belfast isn't the same as Dublin.
But from what I was seeing, when he is in a while he was in Dubai, he wasn't facing any charges. He was living in Dubai as a free man.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but if there was an international ring or operation that he was leading, then there could have been an international arrest warrant. So Dubai has police, as Interpol as well. So they would find a way. I mean, they would find a way. I'm pretty sure they, his whatever he was supplying ended up in Dubai as well. So, and they would have found proof.
Leonardo, imagine all these guys like arrested and going to prison in Portugal. All they need is to find a step ladder.
now you are tough on the Portuguese criminal justice system.
Oh yes.
The prisons are not soft either in Portugal.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they are, right?
They're not. I've got friends who experienced it.
How is it?
Not pleasant. Not pleasant.
How is it out here?
Put it this way, you'd have to ask family to bring you food because what they give you there is not something that you want. And the place is cold, very hot in the summer, very cold in the winter, infested with rats. The buildings are old. It's depressing.
It's not supposed to be a hotel.
No, it's not. It's not. But when we talk about justice and sending someone to prison, it's about rehabilitation. There's punishment and rehabilitation at the same time. So towards the latter years of that sentence, there's got to be a rehabilitation, because otherwise you're just leaving them there for life. I don't believe in punishment until the day they're out. Because regardless, I know there's some very, very serious crimes that people don't deserve to be let out. But if it's a crime, say, of 5 years, you've done your punishment, which is 2.5, the rest is to rehabilitate you. And then when you come out to society, you're a better man than when you went in. And you're able to then succeed and not use the system, because some people can't then integrate because they're marginalized. Again, when I say marginalized, I'm not saying that in, they're against the word or anything like that. Maybe they should be because they're criminals. But if we rehabilitate a criminal, surely they've got to have a chance to reintegrate and to give back to society what they did before they were incarcerated.
But they're starting rehabilitation with, they can start Leonardo's right with training some rats, and then they can be upgraded. Dogs and no.
I think right and wrong in certain aspects. I think if someone gets arrested at 20 for, let's say in a child, because of the laws, he gets 25 years. He's going to be out at 45. And if he ain't rehabilitated, he's going to do it again. But people who do crimes like that do need to be in a harsher. They need to be in a harsher environment than someone that just did some petty crime where he might have helped somebody up or did something where he can be rehabilitated sooner and his time is less.
Yeah, but it also depends on the prison.
Yeah, but
I know some prisons have in the middle of the city, and people basically just go there to spend the night, and then they're out and about.
Yeah, this what you call a precariat, but those are small crimes. They're small crimes that are given. Okay, you're gonna do equivalent to a year, 360 days, but you're gonna fulfill that over the course of 2-3 years. So they go in, say, for 3-4 days they're in, and then they spend 3-4 days. So there's a rehabilitation. So they give them a little bit, but they know they're still going to do it. If they step out of line, they'll be then spending the full amount in prison. But I think for this thoughts that Gary has mentioned, that's where I'm then a bit more radical with that. For me, chemical castration should be done to any perpetrators of such crimes, to forcing a child or a woman. Then there should be a chemical castration, because if those people sometimes have those thoughts at the back of their mind, once they're released, they're going to do exactly the same thing. A chemical castration will then stop those thoughts. Then they will not be doing it. Finished. Kaput. And then they can get
I got something that we can solve the whole problem with the people. When they come out, we take them, we put them in a sporting uniform and throw them in the Benfica game. The fans will take care of it.
That's for sure.
But you can't do that, because I'm going to say something very controversial. Those people that do that, they'll probably be wearing Benfica shirts anyway.
Okay, on that note.
That was a bit harsh, sorry.
On that.
Sorry, no,
He's taking out the dagger. He's taking out the dagger.
I know it's a serious conversation. I know I'm only joking, but no offense to anyone that wears that colored shirt. Everyone's entitled to
making mistakes.
Wear whatever color shirt they want. Yeah?
Everyone is started making mistakes.
That's right. No one's perfect,
It's okay. Dundee, Gary, Rudy, Leonardo, you can all make that same mistake forever. It's okay. Yeah, I still love you all. It's fine. You can just stay on the wrong side. That's okay.
But you know what? The funny for me, the thing really, I know I'll support my team, and I know we shift and jump in from conversation to conversation. I think that for a true sports fan,
yeah,
you should be able to go to any game, because it's the game that you like, isn't it? Just to enjoy the game, rather than I only go to this game because I can't go there because I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel it.
Yeah.
You know, you should be actually be able to go to any game and enjoy it.
100%. That's the thing I don't understand.
I agree.
I do not understand that. Why can't you just go enjoy the game? Why do they make it so vicious?
It's the weirdos that you get watching games. It's in every team. It is what it is.
But Tundi, my daughter, who was living in England for a bunch of time, she's an Arsenal fan, and she says people get crazy over there like that too, with other teams.
Thank you for the lights, Ricky.
Well, I tell you what, here in the Palms, for example,
He needs to get better at asking people for lights.
the city I live, the team is in the second division. I live only, I don't know, maybe 5-minute walk from the stadium. And I've been to a few games, but when there is a home game, most pubs in the city where there are the local fans will not allow anyone wearing a different jersey, because just to avoid any potential conflicts, they will not let them in the pub. Only the locals. But again, watching sporting games in Lisbon. Sometimes you'd see, if it's a family, I mean, like Monica said, if it's a family, and one member of the family is wearing the opponent's shirt, there's not going to be any trouble. I don't think there will be any trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's the kids.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
the kids and the one.
Yeah, people tend to be very tolerable when it comes to families. I don't care if you're talking about Benfica, Sporting, Porto. Even the game, people tend to be, they're kids. I don't think, except for maybe a small few in every team, because there are, I don't think that most families would have big issues.
I don't think so either. But people are conscious already of potential problems. For example, if any of my kids wanted to, go with a color shirt, I would probably advise them not to, just in case. I would just be a bit wary of the situation.
There she is.
What's up, lovely? How you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
All good, Paula. Are you a sporting fan?
I'm driving.
She's poured up.
have to.
No. Keep your camera off while you're driving.
Shit, water supporter?
Everybody's good?
We're good. How are
Yeah,
you?
all good, Paula.
You guys are talking about soccer. Have you guys ever gone to a Guimarães game?
Oh, I would have loved to. That's a
Yeah, well, you know, the chairs fly, everything flies. They throw things onto the field. They are quite something. That is my team. That's the team that I like.
Guimarães. That's my second team in Portugal, actually.
We're troublemakers as hell. We're big troublemakers. But I ain't done no troublemakers. So, Gary, I didn't answer you 2 minutes ago. You said, how are you doing? I'm good.
No, don't worry about Gary. Just worry about me, girl.
No. Don't worry about Gary and Rudy. Just worry about me.
No. Forget about him. Keep me on your mind.
You know what? You know who sent to me an invitation to come to your live today?
Who?
Oh yeah,
Your
that's
heart?
for me to know and you guys to find out.
It's okay.
Guess who, Rudy?
It was her heart. You know what I'm saying? It was her soul, her spirit called her over. Everybody else, nothing else mattered.
As if I don't need an invitation. But somebody today did send me an invitation to come on to Rudy's live.
Hey, thank you to Issa. That's Ricky with all the likes. Thank you, Ricky. Ricky's giving you a lot of likes.
Hi, Ricky. Well done.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, guys, it's 5 o'clock, which means, family time is upon us. Paula, please drive safely.
I thought we were family. Just kidding.
Paula, please drive safely. Monica, keep being beautiful. Gary, don't look at Paula. Tunde, forget Paula exists.
Rudy's dropping us all off at the orphanage.
Exactly.
2 more weeks. Rudy, 2 more weeks, then I'm beside you guys, eh? Not even 2 weeks, a week and a half.
I can't wait for you to be here.
You can't wait for me to be here? I'm going to see that. All promises, all promises.
No, behave.
Uh-oh, get you.
A week and a half, guys. A week and a half. Gary,
Tunde's in England.
be prepared, Gary, to come up and see the city, so we can go sightseeing. So you can make some beautiful videos there of content.
Yeah.
Ooh, Paulina, wait till you meet Rudy's wife. She's beautiful and amazing. And we have bits and beetles of conversation.
A week and a half to go.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Tunde, are you off this week?
Must be stressful.
It is, because everybody is asking me for more work before I go, because I'll be away for a month. So everybody's like, can you come? Can you come? Can you come? And I, 2 days last week, I was going home at almost midnight.
The same.
So yeah, a lot of work, a lot more work, but it's okay. Then I have 1 month of a little bit more peace. Not that much more peace, but a little bit.
She is a saint, Leonardo. To put up with Rudy, she is a saint.
Tunde, are you off this week?
I am, yeah. I've got the week off. I've got some private works on Wednesday, and I'm going to go into work on Friday morning just briefly, just to see a couple of patients, then I'm back. But yeah, officially I'm off.
Nice. All right. Sounds good.
I'm going to be in tomorrow. I'm going to be with a grandbaby tomorrow, but I'll try to be in.
Okay. Perfect. Everybody, I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, be good to yourself and be good to each other. Be safe. Leonardo, we can hear you upset tomorrow. Ciao,
Have a
guys.
good one, everyone. Peace.
Be good.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.